Hello gamers! Lately I've been working on a HUD for a new project called swifTinge. So far it's got a functioning health bar here and also a functioning energy bar. Basically it's a speedster type superhero game, and each color represents a different energy level. I've already programmed the math and everything in there so far. And basically each energy level represents you doubling in speed. But it also means you take less damage from projectiles, so let's take out our projectile test buttons here. And as you can see, the projectile test buttons also have their own energy levels that represent how fast they're going. So as you can see, faster projectiles take more health from you. And then, let's see, and then when you're faster, you take less damage from them. Now you may have noticed a reaction bar in the middle there. So let me show you what that looks like. So you've got two buttons, absorb and dodge, when a projectile is on a collision course with you. So I've paused it here, this is what it looks like, and let me show you it in action now. So dodging takes energy. Dodging takes energy. And then if you run out of energy, you cannot dodge anymore. You get a little orange flash indicator on that pointer on the left. If you absorb, then you get a tiny bit of energy. It's not really the main source of energy, more of a little bonus, but if you were to dodge faster projectiles, because everything's exponential, you get much more, oops, I didn't dodge that. You get much more energy. See, that's much more noticeable. I'll just dodge a pistol bullet at blue. You get much more energy that way. But that's not your main source of energy. So, but you gain energy from absorbing, and then you lose energy from dodging. But there is a tighter time window for absorbing than there is for dodging. And you might have noticed that some projectiles, the shuriken and the arrow namely, they cannot be absorbed since they are sharp objects. They have to be dodged. And of course, another basic necessity, you get shot in the head, you take more damage, you get shot somewhere else. Here, let's make it so you get shot in the torso. Boom. And then you take less damage, limb, and then you take less damage. Okay, cool. I've also, since I'm developing this on mobile, we have, let me get this test thing out of the way. We have this plus sign, it's the player action wheel. It does different things, see? And then you also have quick fall. You get to basically fall faster, affect your own gravity. And then, yeah, these, you get different stances of the actions on here are dependent on your other actions. And you have heal and all that cool stuff. And then I also have two special meters on here. There's a knockout meter, lasts 15 seconds when you knock out an enemy. And there's also a radiation meter right over here. So once you get irradiated, so once a character gets irradiated, it fills up to a certain amount. You get unirradiated, and then it goes back to normal. But if you go past a certain point, the character gets sick. You see, it won't go back any further. They're sick for the rest of the game. and then if it progresses even farther, they die. That's it, they're dead. But anyway, I've got a lot of cool stuff planned. I've got the math worked out, and I just can't wait to work on the 3D models and such. It's gonna be fun, and I'll have an update for you all in a few months. Bye.